Like, I might be in touch with Chinese. Like, we in the party, she on her booty. Listen to wife and like, bro got the get with the switch, you might as well cop a Uzi. Like, what you want to go to the movies? Okay, I'm back. I know it took a little while, but I'm here. I hope that is filming. Let me fix my picture. Anyway, I hope it's filming. I have no idea. Let me see if I'm up. I'm so random, so whoever joins me, thank you, because I know that I'm very random. So I do appreciate if you do have notifications on and you could come and pop out when I pop out. But if not, you can always catch the replay. So yeah, I'm back, and this is another episode of Candace Michelle Views where I give my opinion. Okay, so I am going to go over some things, but let me make sure that I'm recording because I have no idea if I'm up or not. Let's just see. Let me see. How can I see if I'm live or not? Let me see. I think I'm live. I'm good, right? Yeah. Okay. Some people are here. Hey, thank you for popping out with me. Surprise. So I did want to come up and talk about some things since I haven't been here for a while. I am going to try to keep it brief as well. Even though I haven't been here for a while, I don't feel well. Like I'm getting like some type of sore throat. And I do think that is coming from like the change of the weather. I have really no idea because I don't really do much to be getting sick, but I definitely have like some type of like itch in my throat, and I've been trying to like take care of it before it becomes like some type of sinus cold or something because I hate being sick. So yeah, I'm gonna keep trying to nurse it and take a lot of lemon and stuff like that. But anyway, I am gonna try to be up here for a little while I can. Happy Memorial Day, happy Mother's Day, happy every holiday I missed so far. I know a lot of people celebrate Memorial Day weekend more than the actual day. So hopefully people will be here watching this little video because it ain't much on YouTube today. So yeah, I'm here. Anyway, I did wanted to talk about, as my title says, triple. I'm going to talk about triple threats and to be born as like the saying of a triple threat, and the saying of born to be a star. I did want to go over like why would it be considered a threat if you're like really good or you're able to be an entertainer as far as singing, dancing, and being an actor. I don't know why they consider that a triple threat, but then as you know, most of these people that are being in the entertainment realm, whoever signs and be a part of the part where you can, have access to whatever you want, things like that, which is somewhat of what they describe the devil does. They give you all the materialistic things that you want and need, but yet these celebrities continuously thank God and things like that when they're on the stage, but yet the things that they sign up for and the things that they obtain for being a celebrity or a star, it has everything to do with how they describe the devil in a devil format. So anyway, so that's most likely why it's called a triple threat, because it's literally a threat toward they're a threat. They're like something to be worried about. That's what they're trying to say, right? But technically they're a threat against the people that's watching them. Like, oh, this person is like really good at being a threat to these people. Like these people really like them, so they're going to be able to really, really infiltrate and push agendas because people like them and they're able to be not only a singer. Now they could go into acting and they could also be dancing to help push this agenda because people like this specific person. So they're a super duper threat to society, obviously, by pushing these people out and them being able to perform those things. But anyway, I did want to kind of recap a little bit before. Every time I come in here, it's like the heater comes on. Like I was just mad cool, and now I'm up here. It's like hot as fuck. But anyway, I did want to recap before I start getting into the topic of triple threat and people being born to be a celebrity. Because, like I said, if you really do your research on most of these celebrities, they are not coming out of nowhere and just becoming celebrities. They have these big, giant backgrounds, and it's like, oh, well, that's all these things that's going on. Like, that's the making of them being where they're at in life. So when you start to look into it, it's like, okay, were they born into this? Like, because it doesn't seem like a normal background. It doesn't seem, a lot of people can have tragedy and things like that. But a lot of these people background, you start to notice, okay, they started to mention certain things, like certain keywords, like military, cop, just being in certain religions, like Muslim or what else? Catholics, Baptists, things like that. Those religions are all a part of it as well. And then, as you can see, some of these celebrities, they always end up being like friends and stuff, but they be from different states. They be like, oh yeah, I knew her, I grew up with this person, but they're all from different states. That doesn't really happen in real life because they all are a part of certain things. Whether they're in this state or that state, they're still connected through the lifestyle that their parents probably were part of and their parents were probably part of. You see, like it's like a system. So yeah, this person from this state and that person from that state, they just so happen to know each other and they just so happen to all get on in life and become somewhat celebrities or whatever the fuck they are or whatever you want to call them. Anyway, I did want to do a recap first before I go over anything. Thank you so much for being here. Hey, Yusan. Hey, Lord of the Universe 13. Yeah, let's get it. Thank you, Eric Herbert, for being here. Indeed. Boom. We lit. That's all I need is like a couple people and then we could get to talking. But anyway, I did want to talk about a lot of things that transpired. As far as some of my videos, one of my videos is inspired a celebrity to go forward with making some type of marketing thing. I believe I put a post on my community page about it. Her name was JT. Well, the person that did the video is Dara. I don't know exactly her last name, but she's like a YouTuber. She was known for being in a relationship with some guy. They all, if you ask me, they're all, of course, Caribbean or so. I don't know exactly because mostly, but I wouldn't want to just keep saying West Indian Caribbean because it's like they're literally all over. Like it's like the same kind of base group that's from like France, Italy, North Africa, West Africa, and the Caribbean. These people are a very large group. So I don't want to continue to say Caribbean, but most of the time people understand what I'm trying to say. It's just this basic group. It's like it's us and them, and then their descendants, the people that they created while they were out traveling and being a part of the world, right? Well, when they got kicked out in the wild, right? I would rather say that exiled out into the wild. Yeah, so the girl name is Dara. Let me see if I can get her up. Uh, okay, so this is Dara. Okay, let me see. Why is it not? So I got a new iPad, but I'm working on my computer. It should be here next time, hopefully, when I come up, if I have it set up and stuff. But I am going to get that computer. I was able to get a new laptop. I was able to get a new iPad in the meantime because my laptop wasn't really working, but I got it to work, so I just used the laptop. But if my laptop doesn't work well, I plan on probably transitioning to this. But hopefully, I have my computer by then. But anyway, this is Dara. I don't know how to make this big. Let's see if we can make it big. There, okay. This is doing whatever it wants to do. Okay, that's not what I want to do. Anyway, this is Dira. So she's a YouTuber. She decided to do a video. Let me get my phone because it's all in my phone. She decided to do a video of her and JT, right? And she was like, "Oh, a lot of people said that we look alike, and she was inspired. She was inspired by people doing YouTubes and stuff, saying, "Hey, we look alike." Basically, conspiracy theorists saying that they may be the same person or they look alike. But at the end of the day, who who did a video on Dara and JT saying that they were the same people. They were twins or whatever. I know I did one. I definitely did a video on her and Dara, and I wanted to do a video also at the other girls, three of them. But I was not able to get it all together at that point in time because I didn't really know the other person. It was just really getting into the scene of YouTube where YouTube pushes these people in. You end up coming across their video in the For You page, in the algorithm. So I ended up coming across their page a little after I made the video of her. But she should have been in the video as well. It's a triple, it's a three of them. But let me try to find the video because I have so many things in here. So anyway, she was like, yeah, they inspired me by doing these videos saying we look alike, da da da. So basically, she thought this was a brilliant marketing deal. Haven't I told y'all they've been making a lot of money off of everything that I've been saying and doing? They make a lot of money off of me, okay? And this is none of the exclusion. This is another snatching my idea and making some money off of it. Because they love to violate me like that. They know I want to make money off of my ideas and my content, but I cannot make a dollar because YouTube does not like my agenda and the focal point of my videos. So I don't get paid if they don't push your videos to get enough views on YouTube. But yet they'll take my ideas and put it on other platforms and then make it confusing. They do a lot of the stuff that I'm like, say like Dane Calloway, he'll take some things or they'll do some things and I feel like they switch it up and then it's like they try to push, oh yeah, this is a Negro thing, but then it'll kind of intertwine with like Caribbean stuff. And it's like that's the whole point. We're trying to we're trying to distinguish our own and tell and make people understand that we got our own thing. We've been here. We're technically we are the original copy of all that is out here today. All the rest is carbon, watered down copies, whitewashed copies of we don't even know how white people got here. Very harmful experiments. So it's like we're just trying to distinguish the right order, right? And every time that they take my information and then they translate it, and it's like, well, where's the Caribbean stuff coming from? Because we want to disconnect from all of it. We got our own thing going on. We don't want to connect to anybody else because it does a disservice of what's actually really happening, what has happened, what has went on, and what's going on now. So a lot of YouTubers, I'm gonna start doing reaction videos to a lot of YouTubers since like they don't want to say nobody's name. Like the other day, Dane Calloway had like a video. It was like, oh well, let's put some names in the chat of like people that's doing this kind of work. They didn't put the whole chat. It's like 1,000 some odd people in the chat. They're not putting out one real truther that's doing YouTube, busting their ass, and really putting in some real work about Negroes. You know what I'm saying? We're not here to talk about anybody else. This is America. We're talking about the history of America. We're not talking about the Caribbean, anything beyond Latin and Central America. That's not, we already know their history is not lost. Their history is 100% there. They know everything. They could define themselves as whatever they are from whatever, you know what I'm saying? They could proudly say, hey, I'm Dominican. I'm this, I'm that. We're not talking about that. We're talking about people that has been for a long time being misinterpreted for something else. So we're just trying to be very expressive, which you will rarely see happen because Negroes like me never speak up. They're never on here. They're very oppressed people, and the only thing they do is just try to work and get by and do whatever they're doing. And the people that are successful, most of those people are sellouts. They probably did something, crossed over at some point, so we don't trust them anyway. You know what I'm saying? We call them Uncle Tom Cabin type people, or sellouts, or jigaboo, or whatever the fuck you want to call them. So we have no one, right? And it just saddened me that all the people that was in Dane Calloway's chat couldn't name no real Negro that's here trying to work and really put out a good message. They're giving you a bunch of like people that's bored, people that got somebody's hand in their pocket. They was naming all kinds of people that I'm just like, you know what? I'm about done with the conscious, like, what not only in the conscious community, but the people that's like they're giving us history about what's really going on with American Negroes, why we haven't gotten any money, why this, why that. I'm about done because literally we got no support. Nobody cares. Like even the people that are on the platforms, they will never collaborate or be a camaraderie. It's no unity. It's no pulling nobody up with you. I'm fucking sick and disgusted with that shit because literally I'm here to work. Like I'm trying to. When I first got on here, I'm like, I want to shout out these people. I want to continuously talk about this page or that page because it's like these people will never get the notoriety as Dane Calloway would or a bigger page. They never get the recognition. So it's just weird that these people got these platforms and they're preaching certain things, but when it comes to like camaraderie or lifting a fellow person up, and they do it with certain, yes, they do it with people, but those people seem compromised. Like I be feeling like a lot of these people are a part of whatever we supposed to be fighting against. These people are exactly that, and that's why they have those platforms. It's just weird. And trust me, there's nothing that we're not getting nowhere. We're not going to ever get nowhere because they have everything blocked off. It's all these block office. It's all these people that's in place, and they all work together. They all are compromised. They all got somebody hand in their pocket. And I'm about done acting like I care about anything. As far as like, oh, I feel bad for the black. All this, like all that preaching, all that Raheem, all that. What was it, Rashid or whatever from that movie? With all that preaching and stuff is about to be dead because like you can't really get nowhere with these people, bro. Like you cannot have no one say, hey, this girl is sister. We all working together. Check her out, or you can't never get that. You can even be in a chat and literally write in a chat. They know your page. They see your page because they steal your work. They steal everything out my mouth. So if I'm in their chat, how can I not ever get a shout out? Can't get nothing from you. Okay, so I'm done with these thirsty ass bum. Like they're weirdos. Okay, all of them are fucking losers. They all want to act like, oh, I'm the head dude that's figuring everything out, bruh. That's why we're where we're at today because of grabbing a barrel ass niggas like that. Like, who cares if you're figuring out stuff first and this and that? Like, you could say that, but as long as I see you pulling other people up of your kind, then go for it. But you acting like you can't acknowledge nobody that's doing work, nobody that's like that. You're not trying to even figure out, hey, who's out here doing that? We want to all get a bigger community. We gotta. This is the point to get together, unify, this and that. And it seems like you're doing the opposite. It seems like it irritates you if somebody else is doing it. And it seems like it irritates them or it takes out of their pocket or who knows what, where you can't even shout somebody out or you can't even say, hey, check out this person. Like none of the American Negroes are doing it. Not one. Not one of them. They're all giving like, oh, like I'm keep using Dan Cowley because he's a bigger page. But Dan Cowley's like, oh, yeah, like this person, that person. I'm like, bro, these people are all like, I don't trust none of them. I don't think none of them are American Negroes. I think they all mixed with Muslim and type shit. They all like Dan Calloway give Panamanian, some type of Spanish. Like I'm telling you, all of them. A lot of other they give it French. Like if you ain't got decent hair, you give it French. Like because usually they have dried out hair. Like I'm telling you, it's like a lot of features where they may be mixed with Negro, but they're mixed. They're mixed. And most of these mixed ones are the worst kind because they kind of look, they don't really look like an American Negro all the way, but it's like they got enough features to pass. And I can't say no, but I could say it looked like something else is there in you. And those are the worst ones because they over here like, oh, blah, 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 don't even know nothing about nothing. It don't really, it's like they getting stuff out the books. You don't got to get nothing out the books when you lived it, when you're actually a actual living specimen of the whole situation, like when your parent had to go through the Great Migration, when your grandparent and your parent actually lived through it and ended up in New York somewhere when we from the South because they were looking for jobs and this and that and was getting tricked into moving and spacing out so it won't look like they did what they have done as far as trying to increase our numbers. These people are not really, I'm telling you, they're not really explaining things really correct. They keep going to the books. The books ain't created by the oppressed people that were trying to help get out of the rut, get out of the, like, help people understand, like, look, we know all the stuff that's going on, but we want to make sure that you don't forget what we are, what we have been through, what we know. Like, no matter how many times they changed, whatever, we always be looking like, because we already know what's going on. It's not about like because it seems like they keep trying to convince like every video is like, look, we gotta be Negroes because look at this, or we're not, no one ever came up to convince nobody shit. We've been saying this Our parents been saying this. It's nothing to convince. We're not figuring out shit. We are speaking up. That's all that's happening. We're just speaking up because we're tired of being talked about, but of so many different races and species that come here. It's like, bro, shut the fuck up because we're tired of being quiet. We don't even care. But now at some point we gotta start talking. When we don't even like to talk, we like to just do our shit and go. Because that's why we are so successful. That's why it's so lit. That's why it's so established over here, because we are serious about getting our work done. And we can care less. We want to work and get out of here and live our personal special lives. But at this point, I'm going against what people will usually do, because I felt like it was necessary for us to start speaking out and letting people, because they was going too far, Star. They was going way too far, where a lot of these Mexicans and stuff, like, they just started getting hyped, like, oh, these black people haven't been saying that for years. So we could just start saying, hey, this is America is a boiling pot of immigrants. Like, when they started saying things like that, I said, listen, fuck not speaking, not like, forget not me not caring, minding my business, working. I'm going to get up and start speaking about it. I'm going to start saying something, because I'm in a long heritage of people from the South, and it just makes me sick that we've been through what we've been through, and then you're going to boil it down to America is full of immigrants, bro. No, don't come here if that's how. If you think, you know for a fact immigrants didn't build this country. So how the fuck the country became a boiling part of immigrants? Like, you're going crazy. And if you let them continue to make those narratives at this point, 20 years from now, that will be the narrative. Oh, immigrants or the Mexican or these. And these people aren't even Mexicans. You know, they're from Latin America. They're like from Peru and things like that. And they work their way up over here. So they're going to be acting like they're the ones that had something to do with all this beautiful buildings and things things like that is built to last forever, forever. They got nothing to do with that. You know what I'm saying? And then you got a bunch of other races trying to explain what happened here. They weren't even here. So here we go with all the speculations and all of this and that. And then it becomes angels and aliens and anybody they could think of, but they never mention Negroes. They never even talk about us. We're not even spoken about because it can't even roll off their tongue. They're sickly and they're sickly. They don't want to acknowledge us. They're sickly about us. They're sickly. I can't even really put it into words how sickly they are about us. And when they start to realize we all want to be here and this is all your shit, this is all you're doing, they can't even fucking face it. They can't speak about it. They can't acknowledge it. You know what I'm saying? Because that's how sick they are about it. And then the people that they put in place to act like, oh, I'm here for the Negroes. I'm here. They are disgusting as well, because they're not helping Negroes. How could you help Negroes, but you're up here all the time just worried about your views and worrying about putting little bombs up, like set it on fire, and then all this set it on fire, all that stuff is symbolic. Because why are you putting Cat Williams up saying set it on fire when you know the symbolism behind the Williams name? Because the Williams is like the Charles, the brother of the uncle, the grimy uncle from Lion King. Because this takeover wasn't just took it. It was they were assisted with a hateful family member that was never going to be king, but became king. But he can't be king. You know what I'm saying? So now he got the white man, the scapegoat, in place of America. Because if he was ever identified trying to be king of America, they'll be like, he's not an American Negro. He's a Caribbean, or he's an African. He's a whatever, the other one. So he never would have been king. So anyway, if y'all don't understand all that, then it's fine. But at some point, I don't really need to bring up articles and things like that, because it has nothing to do with us. All that stuff is another scam of people trying to come upon out, and a lot of the historic documentation. Yes, it is some truth to it, but you gotta be able to take some of the truths and take some of the lies. None of it is 100% straight up information that you can just take. So anyway, you gotta start understanding that more verbal stories of people that actually live through shit is way more important than a history book that was written by somebody that's not even fucking from here. Like, I can't express that enough, and I can't express enough how how there's no camaraderie in this community for not conscious people, because conscious people includes all black people. Conscious people includes black, Caribbean, this and that. We're not talking about conscious people. We're talking about distinct people from here that keeps getting placed in 1,000 categories because they're so jealous that we're here, that we're from here. This is us. It was no aliens. It was no we. You could say angels because we go by angels. So when he say angel, they say, oh, angels did it. They talking about a fucking. They're talking about us. You can literally say, oh, when you talk about angels, you're talking about us, and when you talk about the devil, you're talking about us as well because that's an angel that went off course. And when an angel in biblical verses, when an angel lose their wings, is because they went too close to the sun, melted off, got burned, got cursed, which we all know is when they started heading south past towards the equator, which starts in Colombia, okay? And this is all a colonization of Colombian black people, right? This is all a Spaniard just like they're starting to talk about Brazil and things like that. This is all of an Aboriginal takeover, right? Because Aboriginals are the second case down the line. They're not the originals. They're Aboriginals. And I'm tired of people like you got Dane Calloway shouting out pages that specify Aboriginals, and Aboriginals are not fucking Negroes from the South. And I never heard my family ever say we were Aboriginals ever in life. I heard a lot of Caribbean and people, they're Aboriginals, but not from the South. South people are Pacific. We have our ways. And I never heard in my life that we were Aboriginals. Have I heard we are the original gangsters and things like that? Absolutely. But never an Aboriginal. Never. And then you got to remember when I told y'all the history about Aboriginals and the way how the water system took them over to like Madagascar and to Australia. And then you got the Australian Aboriginals. So when you look up the Australian Aboriginals, they look very similar to the Aboriginals that's from Brazil. They all have the similar features, but a little bit more Asiatic, more Asian whitewashed in Australia, right? So there's no fucking way we could be Aboriginals if Aboriginals are a descendant of, if Australian Aboriginals are descendants of an Aboriginal. You know what I'm saying? Because we don't have those features. They are not related. They are more African Asiatic. So these people that's in place, they are not American Negroes. Not one of these people. I don't give a fuck what page you're not, unless it's like a regular page like mine's, like a small little page when Negroes, and most of these people are Caribbeans. Most of the Caribbeans up here talking about health stuff like healing things, and they're the ones that's into that because they're from Latin America and Central America where they do more like herbs and things like that. They do more natural, which is great, but we have our own remedies here. But American Negroes are not the type of people to be on TV. They're not the type of people to be on these shows. So I don't know if you are watching an American Negro because most of the time we are not doing this shit. All right. So when you are watching a Negro, know that most likely it's a mixed Negro that's mixed with probably Italian, this and that, and they are infiltrating for the other side. Or most likely it's a Caribbean, something like that, because they like to be up here and entertain. Their entertainment is something that they love to do because they are like a traveling circus type people. They like to entertain. But anyway, and they understand that entertaining people could distract you while they are pickpocketing or doing other things. They're stealing. They're like these motherfuckers like to steal. Okay, they're the ones that when you be like, oh, where the boosters at? That's them. They're the boosters. But anyway, yeah, I just wanted to get that out there because I just cannot stand the not the conscious community, but the American Negroes that are in that has a platform. I don't like them. I cannot stand them no matter what. They are disgusting. They literally only care about themselves and acting like they're the man for figuring stuff out. And this is not the time. I thought we were trying to get somewhere and we were trying to do something. I didn't know you wanted to be like noticed and notarized and get a Nobel Peace Prize for figuring shit out. Only you and you only. Like you're whack, you're corny for that, and I don't really care about the backlash of any of them because they steal from me. They're all they will. If you look at their old work, and you look at my old work, what they talking about today is shit I was doing from the beginning. I never was confused. Them motherfuckers was confused from day one. They was talking about Aboriginals. They was talking about this, that. They were showing you pictures of West Indian with the pretty coolie hair and the two braids. They were getting very fucking confused about what a nigga is and the difference between a nigga and a fucking Caribbean. They act like they were so confused. It was nothing confusing for me because I'm not any of what they are. They mix, they confused. I'm not mixed, I'm not confused. I know exactly my heritage of the South. So it's just like whatever. And then it's like, okay, I never said nothing. I tried to like jump in and be a part, and they be hating. They be looking like, no, I'm not going to acknowledge this girl. Why? Most of my information is 100% correct. None of the shit I ever said was off course. Y'all motherfuckers was all over the place. And then when it came to like Virginia, the Great Migration and things like that, that shit was done when I first came up here years ago. I never was anywhere else but here. I came up here to help you guys. Like I was like, oh, y'all all fucking wrong. That's how I knew none of them was from the South. Like 100%. Like Dan Calloway, Maryland is at the South. Anything above the Dixie Cut Line is at the South. You know what I'm saying? That's like more north. You're more in the north region at that point. You know what I'm saying? Like going southern and south is below the Dixie Cut Line. So you're not a part of it either, brother. Like unless you're from the South, Virginia, like South Carolina, like, and now I'm not saying North Carolina because at some point there was no North Carolina. There was only the Carolinas. So if you say you're from North Carolina, sometimes I feel like you might be part of the military when the military started to come in into North Carolina and start, stationing out. Just like certain states like, where they have the military bases at or whatever. But anyway, like these, like I don't need to read a book. Like my family lived it. The same stories they show on the movies. You would think they took it out of my family story. So it's like I don't need to read a fucking book about what happened to my family. You know what I'm saying? Or to the people of the South or whatever, the communities, how it all went to shit. Like I don't need a book for that. And these people be all in the books, all in it. It's like, bro, you're compromised. That's why you're all in the books. Or you want to get these views. You want YouTube to compensate you. You want to be a part of that. And that's selling out. You can no longer be a spokesperson for us when you're doing those fucking things. Of course, you're going to be the spokesperson because YouTube has accommodated you to be that. So everybody's going to gravitate to your shit. Unfortunately, they're not the right people to fucking listen to or follow. But nothing I can do about it. I realize that everything is very like controlled. I realized that everything is very controlled. My voice will never get nowhere far. These people will take what I say, take the little bit of good stuff, and then snatch it up and put it into their agenda. They'll throw some agenda in there, and it's nothing. The only thing I can do is sit back and watch that shit. So going forward, I'm gonna start doing reaction videos. I'm gonna start doing videos of these so-called people that's on big platforms or have decent platforms that pretend that they're here for Negroes. And I'm gonna show you some of the weird shit that's going on during their videos. I'm gonna start pointing out some fucking hating ass weird shit. Doesn't look like there's no real camaraderie in the community. It's no real like, oh, American niggas are so doing bad, this and that, but you're not here to help. You're not here to promote, help no Negro unless they put something to your cash app. Oh yeah, we're gonna start exposing these piece of shit niggas. And unfortunately, it's not gonna help my community, but guess what? The community doesn't care anyway. The community doesn't give a fuck anyway, so neither am I. And when I get nasty, you already know my last name is Jackson, so they don't want to get they don't want me to get nasty, okay? So, and I am. I'm gonna get nasty. So look forward to those videos, Dang, and whoever else I do a video on. And that's all of them. That's the kudos, the women and anybody else that think they helping Negroes, but they over there promoting a bunch of other niggas that ain't from America. So we're gonna expose those people because they act like they don't see my videos. I'm gonna make sure that when they do spy on my videos, they see how I feel about them, and I wish they go to fucking hell because they are working for hell. They are working for the people that are from hell. So yeah, and if you don't know where hell is, look up like hell mountain. Look up hell like hell something. You're gonna start seeing all that hell this, hell that is in China, in Russia. And they got hell mountain, hell this, hell that. So if you don't know where the people from hell comes from, start Googling like hell mountain, hell, the river of hell or this and that. And you're going to see a lot of Chinese fucking people here. But anyway, I lost track. I was literally talking about Dara, right? But I had to like, when I got to that, I was like, you know what, let me just start do what I like to do. I'm all over the place, but it works for me, okay? But I wanted to talk about Dara and JT. So anyway, I wanted to show you the video where she was like, yeah, so and just to finish that off of what I was talking about with the Negro community and people trying to help us get reparations or whatever, which we don't need reparations. We need all our shit back. We need the banks to release all of our houses and stuff like that because they're the real thieves. Because these people can't own shit, so they got the banks holding. Because when you don't claim something, it goes to the state, it goes to the banks, it goes to the. So that's why the banks have everything because the real people are not claiming your shit. And you would think all these people, if they knew who owned it, wouldn't they claim it? The only people that don't know shit is us, and that's why we ain't claiming our shit. So we need to figure out. They like they said, if you want to hide something from a Negro, put it in a book. So we need to figure out how they fucked us over by paper and rip it up and throw it all in the fucking fire, whatever. Like do something because they have ripped us. We're getting ripped off by paperwork. You know what I'm saying? Everything about them is paperwork. So if you don't have, they'll be like, "Oh, do you got the paperwork? Do you got the receipt? Do you got it?" Because that's a way to dismiss you. They know we don't got, they know we ain't got no goddamn receipt or no paperwork. So that's the game that they playing, and we need to figure out a way to get these paper soldiers the fuck out of here. You know what I'm saying? But let me get into the topic of triple threat, which I wanted to talk about with these celebrities and how they are born into this kind of life. They don't live regular lives. They're all a part of cults and certain things. And when you start to see these celebrities, you realize they're always going to mention one of those key words of like military, something. It's always going to be that key word in their lifestyle. And then you're gonna be like, okay, that's why they're on. That's why they're here. Because they're not, we don't like these people. We're not picking the talent. We're not picking the talent. It's somebody else that scouts the talent, you know what I'm saying? And put them on and say, hey, you're gonna like this person, they're so talented. And most of the time we don't feel like they're talented. We have been very critical about a lot of this talent that's been being pushed out. They're not as good as the old talent. A lot of these people, the talent is just being given to them at this point. So it's given to them because it's being passed down. So some of these people did not work as hard as the other people, and it's really starting to show that are these really like talented people that's getting pulled, or are these people just being given these positions because they are a part of people and they have an agenda to go. They have things to do and accomplish military operative style. And it's like, okay, we don't like these people. Why are they here? Why are they still on the fucking platform like up top, like certain people where we feel like there's no talent at all. They're like number one, it's like how nobody really feels like they're talented. We're like literally complaining about them, but yet they're still at top. They're still an A-list celebrity. So at this point, you got to understand they're being forced on us whether we like them or not. And if that's the case, then what the fuck is this really? You know what I'm saying? Like, is this really a Hollywood, an entertainment business that is here for us? Or you're just pushing these people on us and telling us to shut up and let these people do their job as far as fucking over trying to mess with our psyche and trying to promote and continue to show us things that we shouldn't be observing because even if we don't like it, it's still being put into our minds. I could watch something and be like, I would never do something like that. But then out of nowhere it could cross my mind and I'd be like, ew, that was a nasty thought. Why? Because it's already being pushed into my mind. I was never thinking about it before. And when I saw it, I thought I would never think, but then it comes across here because they don't put it in your mind. They already, you know what I'm saying? Like if I get wet, if I'm like, oh, don't wet me, and somebody wet me, I'm already wet. You know what I'm saying? Like I might not want to be wet, but I'm wet. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I might not want to watch this, but you watched it. It's there now. It's there. So a lot of this stuff that they're promoting is creepy ass, perverted, pedophile, perverted, rapist, perverted. It's like so creepy now that I'm worried about going forward. Because going forward, even if people don't like it, it's going to start to transition into a normalness because they're pushing it one out there. So whether you don't like it or not, your children might like it because it's becoming a narrative. So it's gonna be a part of the the environment. It's good because you could be in your home, but then when you go outside in the environment, it's like it's there. So yeah, it's damn near no avoiding something that's being put on platforms, that's being pushed out. It's almost like you could say, "Oh, I'm not going to do it." Okay, but you're not that heavily. You're not at the age of being influenced by things. So you got to kind of wonder if they're pushing things out and you're not going to fall for it. You're at an age where, no, I'm doing what I'm doing. So who is it really for? Who are they really pushing this onto? They're pushing it onto minds that are developing. So yeah, and then eventually it's going to become a normalness 2 or 3 generations down the line. They're not even going to know, oh, I would never do. They're not even going to think like that because that's going to be the old, out with the old and in with the new. So this is the new, and the way how you're looking at the new, you're like, oh my god, that's disgusting, but that's going to be the future. So it's very confusing. Like, dang, this weird shit is going to be the future. Yeah, because this is the direction you're going in. Unless something changes, this is the direction that they're going in. Whether you like it or not, it's not for you. They can't wait for you to die. Or they're helping you die too. They're giving you a lot of ways to die. So you can get the fuck on so they can go on with what they're trying to do. As far as America being the boiling pot for immigrants and this is an immigrant world and it's so creepy because they overpower us. They like to travel and be in other countries. They're like, we don't want to go nowhere. We want to be where we're from. That's not how they feel. Where they're from, they don't feel like everything is there that they want. They feel like they when they hear about other places, it's like, wow, they have way more, or this is that. And so it's at some point they want to be somewhere else. We don't feel that way. So we don't understand each other. We don't understand them. They don't understand us. And then they got to pretend. They got to even come here and pretend that we don't exist, which is weird because we're everywhere. So it's like, how the fuck we don't exist? Like they act like we don't exist. And it's like when we do exist, they pretend we're something that they know we're not. So it's just like it's that the psyche. You got to think that we're living with a bunch of psychopaths because like what kind of life is that where you have to pretend or we're correcting you and you don't even want to accept it, but you got nothing to do with this. Like I would never go to somewhere in another country and be like, oh no, that's not what I heard about y'all. That like that's weird because they're telling you that's not the case, and this is the real situation here. I would respect it, but these people can't do that here because then at some point they're worried about their status. They'll be concerned about their status. So that's a weird ass way to live life, to continue to be like somewhere and pretend like, oh well, it's okay. And it's like, is it okay? Like you don't have no conscience, and then that means I'm concerned that you got to literally live with no conscience, or you got to keep overriding your conscience when a lot of information comes for you, and you tend to say, "Oh, I don't believe it," or "I want to ignore it," when it makes a lot of sense. And when on top of that, the people that's from here is telling you that you got no respect, but you want to be here though. So anyway, I'm going to talk about deer random now because I don't want to be here long. My voice, my throat is getting sorer. I hope I don't end up sick. I'm gonna try to do is I'm gonna try to take some spoonful of honey and I'm gonna try to suck some lemon and try my best to keep this from becoming something. But my throat is starting to get really scratchy. But yeah, I wanted to show you the clip of Dara when she was saying like, oh, somebody like YouTubers inspired her. She was like YouTube inspired her. I got so many videos in here that I'm gonna stop taking video. Like, 'cause there's no point in me taking this many videos and then I can't find shit. Yo, y'all been watching like Jaguar Wright, where people be like, "Oh, what about Jaguar Wright or whatever?" The thing about Jaguar Wright, she had me dead, son. She been doing all these interviews, right? Have y'all not peeped that this bitch has been asking people for food, liquor, and weed while she's doing these interviews? One of the interviews, the guy was like, she was like, "Oh, I need some more weed." He was like, "Look, I only got one more question and we could be going." Like, he basically told her, "Bitch, you done. Like, we not giving you no more free weed and we not giving you no more free liquor." Like, this bitch was like, "Oh, where's my liquor at? Where's my food so I can start talking?" Like, what the fuck? Like, this lady's so crazy and y'all think she a truther? You think she a truther? Like I already know that most of these people are West Indian and Caribbean. That's why these people are like, oh yeah, you don't believe, because all these people are part of ripping us off. Like no American Negro is really talking up. So the people that's talking up for Jagger Wright, they're literally Caribbeans and stuff anyway. And they're like, oh yeah, Jagger Wright, blah blah blah. But yet she's a fucking Caribbean. She told you she's a trust fund. She's a trust fund kid. And she comes from this whatever, whatever. And do she look like a fucking American Negro to you? No. No, she's definitely something the fuck else. I don't know if they Muslim. I don't know what kind of Muslim niggas these are. Where they're like from Canada or from like, in Canada pertaining to like Washington State. Right above Washington State is Canada. It's called the British something. So these people could be British. British people are Caribbeans to me. They are the people from London, and those are British people to me. Like, you know what I'm saying? But anyway, like the Dutch or whatever, French, whatever. Like they're all the same people. So Jaguar Wright is one of them, and she's like acting like she's being a truth teller, but when she's on the show, she's trying to get food out of these people. She's trying to get weed out of these people. She's trying to get liquor out of these. Like she's like more like I need before I tell you that. Let me get another shot, or before I need another blunt. And at some point during the interview, the guy was like, "Bitch, we about to just be finished. Like, I got one more question." And like when she asked for another blunt, he was like, "Look, we done. You don't have to tell us no more stories because we ran out of weed for you. Okay?" So I just feel like that's weird. In Dane Calloway chat where he was like, "Oh, name some people." Jaguar Wright name was one of the people that. So I'm just like, I'm just done with people, bro. Like Jaguar, why can't be one of the people, bro? She's 100% a part of everything, just like the rest of them. They all fucking a part of it. They all are Jamaican, British. They all the same people. Like it's no hope for American niggers. American niggers on the South is a very small amount of us. That's why the Georgia Stones said like it's only like 230 something thousand. Like it ain't a lot of us. And then on top of that, they got rid of a lot of Negroes. A lot of Negroes have been intermixing with other races, so their children are no longer 100% like they're mixed and stuff, and they're not gonna really remember all we went through, all that happened because they got a mixed race going on now. So it gets confusing for them to really identify with the struggle of what we have, what we go through as far as everybody against us. Like no one's gonna ever fucking speak up for us. No one's gonna ever get right for us. All these people that's from other countries and stuff like Caribbean stuff, they want a part of something that they had nothing to fucking do with. So and maybe some of them, but it wasn't all the ones that's come. Like it's so many of them coming over now that it's like you really expect to get some type of like fun money or something. Like that's weird because like none of you people were around, man. Like the people that are around me almost dead. Like most of these people were born and dead that deserve like our parents and stuff. Those are the ones that were directly affected by everything that happened. By the time it got to us, things started to kind of level out because our parents was busting their ass, not caring about Jesse Jackson changing our names from one status to the next status of from this to African American. Like no one was really paying attention because our parents was busting their ass to make sure that we had way more than what the fuck that happened to them. So the people that deserve the money, they're all passing away, and it's not really fair. And then the new generation feel like, well, why should they give us anything? The thing is that you're not giving us shit. You're putting the right shit back to the right people. That's all we're asking. We're saying, hey, we're supposed to have something because that's what our people work for. So you're not giving us anything. You're returning back what you're stole and stealing. So it's not you're not helping us. You're not doing shit. You're just setting shit back right. But I don't know what kind of fucking shit that everybody be talking about. Everybody's so confusing that I don't even know what the fuck we fighting for no more at this point because they got all these fucking agenda people up there talking about all these articles. It's just like, bruh, we're losing fucking focus. We're not executing shit. We're not sticking to something and executing it. You're all over the place and it's on purpose, man. It's been 4 years. It's been 4 years they about to vote for another fucking contract. This is a distraction through the whole time. That you did nothing. We're about to get into another contract, you piece of shit. So God bless you, all these fucking people. I'm gonna use my ability at home to wish like I'll be doing some shit. I'll be doing some shit. It ain't got nothing to do with voodoo. This is like me, like the system. I work with the universe, and I feel like, bro, if some people ain't doing right, we're gonna fuck them up. And then my whatever that is, it go boom. And the energy spreads to the people that's doing fucked up shit that I'm talking about and they get them. So I hope people don't think that I'm gonna start incorporating my psychic ability to tap into the universe and use my ancestor energy to bite your head off while you're in the bed sleep. So don't be confused if somebody lights a mattress in between your toes at night because you've been infiltrating or you playing both sides when people thought you was trying to do something for us and all you did was drag us for 4 years and you want to see if we're stupid enough to get dragged for another 4 years while these new contracts get conjured up by the Russians or the Chinese. Like, come on, like what part y'all don't get? And there's no stopping it. They're all a part of it. Every single last one of those piece of shit people. Even the person that got like the low views, and he got like before he got them low views, he was on a bigger platform. He was fucking with one of those people that was playing with his kids. So he's a part of it too. But I think he got fired like young Pharaoh. What's his name? Kevin Gibbs or something like that. Kevin Gibbs. Now, I ain't have much on him, but I got shit on his ass now because I know that Dan Carroll, all these people are a part of, they either French or something they mixed, and they can't be trusted. They're all fucking pieces of shit. And one of them, he tried to act like he's a part of it because he done got kicked out already, like young Pharaoh. And then now they don't know which direction they really want to go in, but they just still try to make money because they was already on a platform, so they still try to make their little couple of dollars because of that little bit of fire that they had when they were hired. But they fired now, and they're still trying to keep whatever little bit of people they got from that time they was on a platform. I'm gonna start doing reactions, and I'm gonna show you all the infiltration that's going on with all these piece of shit ass people that just want to be like known as something, and they're not really trying to help us out at all. They're just keeping us occupied while they conjure up these new contracts and get the job done. So anyway, don't say I ain't tell you because everything I say is 10 out of 10. Everything I say happens. I am literally saying Pacific shit, and Pacific shit that I say happens because I am the original. I am the real chosen people. I'm not chosen to be on TV, but I'm chosen to be living here by birth, by origin. Not my parents flew in or swam in through the boat and then I was born here. No, we were here. Generations down the line, bloodline here. Help built all this shit here. So, you know what I'm saying? So that's why they are not able to do what I do and they gotta get the textbooks out. I don't gotta get the textbooks out. Okay, I am the study of what those textbooks was written on. I don't need the fucking textbooks. Okay, I don't need somebody writing up some shit and they don't look like me. They ain't never been around no shit like what we been around, and they ain't part of nothing. And the people that is like us, that's on something, they done shook hands and they sold out already. They're done. They're out of here. They're not part of. They're not fucking with us no more. They're part of the winning team, and they don't care that they cross sides because they want to live better. But anyway, and they understand that it's very hard to do what we're trying to accomplish is almost impossible because it don't benefit all these other people. So how the fuck could we accomplish that? They all here. It's been a long time running of them taking over. That's what the takeover is for. So yeah, I'm gonna get to their asses. We're gonna get their asses, but not here. We're gonna get them later on because now I'm on to their asses, and we're not going to let the election and stuff happen without me showing you everything. I'm going to show everybody everything before y'all make y'all decisions. And I hope we make the right decision when the time comes of boycotting and getting in front and saying nobody is making no more decisions for us. We don't want to vote in no more old white men because there's no such thing as white men. So we want you to identify what the fuck you are. And then do we really want that person in control of America? Of the American people, the majority of American people are black men, are black people. Do we really want these people? We want them to identify what they really are because they're not white. So that's right then and there. They're lying to us, right? They're already lying to us saying that they're white men. They're not white men. They come specifically from somewhere, and that's what they are. And we want to know what that is before we vote. And do we really want those people here in America continuing to rule? Why? When we already established that the infiltration of immigrants has done nothing but ruin our fucking pockets. Have been given all your family. Now we realize you might be Russian, you might be a Ukrainian. And that's the only reason why you're giving them this money out of our pockets, right? And this is why and then let's think about it. All these people aren't paying taxes. Trump ain't paying taxes. This person ain't. So whole money is really getting fucking taken and sent over there. It's a whole fucking nasty scam. You can't continue to act like you are okay with putting these people in control of our money. The only people that's really working and paying them taxes. There's a lot of people that's tax free here. It's a lot of people that live off the government here, and not just welfare. Let's talk about that disability, white people. Let's talk about that disability. So all of you motherfuckers is pieces of shit. And then y'all watch it. The little bit of people that is working and honestly paying their taxes must be niggas, Negroes. So it's like, come on now. At this point, I'm gonna start fucking talking about everybody. Fuck that shit. So I'm gonna show you how I feel like the government is after me too. I'm gonna show y'all and prove That they was on my back the other day. They brought the helicopters and everything right over me, right? But I'm gonna show y'all a video of that, but not right now. I do want to finish talking about Deera. I keep getting off track, right? But I want to show you that Jaguar Wright because Jaguar Wright, they put her name in the chat, and I'm like, son, the girl be asking for weed and food and liquor through her whole interviews. She is a fucking rat. She's a nasty ass. Like, how nasty is you when you going on interviews and saying, oh, I can't give you more information till I get more weed, until I get more liquor. I can't give you no more information yet. Fill my cup up. And on top of that, she ain't no American Negro. She ain't no kin to no. She ain't no kin to us. Like that don't look like nobody. I would say, hey, that's kid. Now, could she be in the family? Yes, but she gotta be like the aunt must have messed with a Muslim, or my aunt must. My uncle must have messed with a Caribbean. That's how she in the family. They mix or son, cause she ain't full American Negro. She would not be somebody I would consider kin of the people that we're talking about, right? Of the South. But anyway, so that's one thing, right? But I'm gonna try to find Deera. If I can't find the video, because I want to shot a video where she was like, where she was like, yeah, I don't think I had to do much more. My throat is starting to close up. Okay, here we go. Yo, it's so fucking hot. 1 minute, 1 minute, 1 minute. Oh my god. It's getting too hot in here. 1 second. Oh yeah, man. So okay, so here go Deera and JT. Mind you, they look like the same exact fucking person, period, right? Like everything is identical. Everything. Right? So this is the video I did 2 years ago. You see it say two? Let me put it in the right. Okay, so this is the video I did 2 years ago. I said Deera Taylor and JT City Girls twins 2 years ago, right? And they got 1.5K views, which ain't much, right? Because they hate a nigga like me, right? Even though this is my own content, my own investigation, my own analyzation. I got no team. I got nothing. I'm just really good at what I do. I do feel like I'm a prophet, and I have proven it over and over to a lot of people, whether they believe it or not. I've proven it. So it's like it's not even like I say it. I actually show people how it's done, right? So, and I just proved it the other day, and I'm going to show you how I proved to somebody else. I was like, watch, I'm going to show you I'm a prophet for real, right? And it just so happened that certain stuff happened, and I was like, and they was like, oh shit, and I'm like, see, I told you. So it's real shit. It's real shit. And I think that other people, I think all people like me have this ability because we're just really fucking special, right? But anyway, we're special people. But so JT was like, I lost it. Oh my god. So JT was like, oh, somebody inspired her to do the collaboration with JT because people were saying that they look alike or, they may be the same person. Oh, I don't know how I lost that damn video already. Look, see, this is the black people from Australia. See? Those are the Australian Aboriginals. They're Pacific Asian, Australian. So the Pacific, those are mostly where Caribbean, all these people are from. So just to show you that, I'm looking for the yeah. So she put like twin flame, whatever. I wanted to show y'all the video where she was like telling y'all. Okay, maybe this is it right here. I was gagging the best campaign I did. I swear to God, I kid you not. It's so fire. They are going to crazy. It's just good. I'm so happy to be a part of it. I have no notes. Now you see the fire? Because they're from these people work for hell, right? They work for hell. They work for hell, so they always got fire and all kinds of shit like this going on. Now, mind you, I feel like she stole that from me because she was like, "Oh, I'll be on YouTube and any other platform." Remember how I used to be like I used to be like, "Oh, I'm Kids Show Views," and I give my opinion on in like on for social media or any other platform. I used to say that too. So I just felt like she kind of stole that line from me because not only why I feel like she stole that from me is because she stole this from me. So I feel like okay, well, hot as fuck. I feel like if you stole the video concept, then you must have stole that line as well too, bitch. You just thieving from me, right? With that old platform, like social media and any other platform that you could think of or whatever. Like, I feel like, bro, that's what I be saying. So she just over here stealing my swag, right? But anyway, mind you, you know this is like a Caribbean girl as well. They're all Caribbeans, but I want to see if she says and I was actually very very how nowadays until today, and I'm just okay. Mark. Today's day on our this Indian revisit. It's January 31st. So right there, she's trying to tell you that she was doing this collab since last year, like over last. So mind you, I did my video 2 years ago. So she basically saying this was already something she was trying to work on for like a year and some change. So basically, after she saw my video, or whatever, she got to working on this, and then it came out. So just to show you that, oh, this wasn't 2 years after I did the video. She already was still in the video a year and some change ago. You see what I'm saying? So just to show you that it wasn't like, oh, 2 years later. No, she stole that video around the time I did the video. The video just didn't come out until the year. So, cause remember, I told you they do everything delayed. Like when I told y'all about Regine and what's the other girl name? And she had her boobs done. Then Regine came and got her boobs done like a year or so later because everything is delayed with them. And with Tiana and Dream Doll, you see how Tiana now is as thick as Dream Doll, but before she wasn't as thick. So just to show y'all, like they know how to do this weird ass trickery with like delay showing you delayed shit until they upgrade. Because it's like, oh well, this one got boobs, this one she got the boobs, but they showing you delayed shit for before she got the boob. Like I know it don't make sense, but it makes sense to me. Like they'll show you old shit, just like the Little Mermaid girl. She was showing you videos and pictures while she was pregnant because she was showing you old shit. And then when she had the baby, she was trying to show you shit while she was pregnant. You see what I'm saying? So through that whole time, she's showing y'all old stuff. Just like them. She not showing you what's going on right now. Because if you would have saw stuff that was going on right now, you'd have saw she was pregnant. And she didn't want y'all to know. So you see what I'm trying to say? Like they know how to edit shit and show you shit. Just like TV. We be waiting for shows on TV. Like say these reality shows. This is why I don't watch them no more. Because like you'll be watching a reality show and they be on Christmas in the summer. It be summertime. We watching a show in the summertime and they showing you an episode of what happened when they was opening Christmas gifts. And it's like, bruh, it's summertime. Why am I watching an episode of you opening Christmas gifts? Like, this is weird. But they're showing you shit that already happened. And this is supposed to be a reality show. But at the end of the day, like, I get it. You got to get the stuff edited, this and that. But at the same time, it's like, but this is a reality show. You see what I'm saying? It's like, this ain't reality happening right now. Like, right now, this already done happened last year or something like that. So basically, I wanted to show you when she was saying, like, oh, she got the idea from a YouTuber. I don't got no patience. She's talking a lot. Into the whole idea of doing collaborations, whether that was influencers, artists, no matter what it was. From day one, my first collaboration when it came to LORP, to me. But since I've known since day one I wanted to collaborate with JT, I knew JT was someone I wanted to collaborate with. Why? Because she's just somebody who's unapologetically herself. You hear me? I said, why? She's like, oh, JT. And I was like, why? Like, why, bitch? You know why. You know why, right? And I feel like that's me all around. And you heard her? She said, I thought about, she said, you know why I picked JT? Because that's me all around. Of course, that's you all around, bitch. Like, that's you. Of course. Because it's you. Since day one. Since day one. I was going to say I wanted to collaborate her. She's the one who's unapologetic herself. You said that already. She's really like a badass. And I know she's also a person who doesn't mind stepping outside of the zone, stepping outside of the box. It's like hearing someone else say step out the fucking side of the box after I said it. Yeah, I like to put myself on mute, but I can't mute it because she's talking. I'll be like in the background. I'd be like, shut up. I hate when I replay it and I hear myself. I'd be like, shut up, bitch, I'm here. I don't have to. But anyway, I was saying like, I can't believe she said to think outside the box because that's some shit I said not to. Remember, I was like, oh, I think outside the box and the box, the black box as far as like entertainment goes, and as far as like the black box that kind of like helps. I think that it's like some type of like frequency that comes out, but it's like a bad frequency, like something that bothers, like that will bother, irritate. Like anyway, but when I said thinking outside the box, I feel like she's saying a lot of shit that I say, like, oh, any of the platforms, thinking out the box. Oh, JT, this like I feel like she just was like saying everything that I was saying. I'm like, damn, these people really like to steal people's swag, bro, because they know I'm never gonna get nowhere as far as the platform wise, where it's like, oh well, nobody won't know I'm taking from her ass because she ain't got the views for it, so ain't nobody gonna know that I'm stealing from her. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, let me let her finish. Dane in his live yesterday, and now her stepping outside the box. I said that shit. Now everybody running with it. So she basically said they both. She said they both fire signs because she's an Aries and JT is a Sagittarius. So they're both fire signs. And I told you already, when they make them play both characters, the same character, they usually have like a lot of similarities. So it don't confuse them that much when they play the other characters. So it'll be more easier. It's like, okay, I'm a fire sign, you're a fire sign. So it'll be more easier with your personality and stuff when you're doing the other characters. They're always going to have a lot of things in common, right? Because they're playing the same people. You don't want to be doing too much far off where it's like you can't even remember the second character. You want to make it similar so it'll be easier for you to transition. Now, don't you feel it's funny that she felt like she needs to give an explanation? I was saying this before. The fuck? I be doing too much. Sorry. Ooh, I took through the whole time. Okay, I don't know what she said. Remember it was a point where she said something like, "Oh, I got the concept from YouTube because people was doing YouTube." So mind you, I was like, if you got the concept from YouTube because people were saying y'all look alike on YouTube, then you're literally going. You might as well have said, "I got the idea from Candice Michelle Views." That would have been. That's how I know these people. They can never say a regular person name. They can't give you no kudo points. They can't give you no shout out, no nothing. And you know, if you're gonna steal my fucking idea like that, bitch, you should have fucking gave me some kudo points, but you can't. You can't, right? So anyway, so she said she got the idea from the people from YouTube, but I would love for somebody to write in my chat or to leave a comment. Please, anybody, the whole 500 people that watch, because my views went so low. My views are so low that I know that it's being done on purpose, right? But still, all 500 people that's still watching my video, please leave a comment or just answer in the chat of anybody, any other YouTuber that did a video on JT and Dara being the same person. Can somebody write any other channel that did a video on on them saying that JT and Dara are the same people? I'm not. I don't care who. Leave the name in the chat so I could put like tag, like if you could like copy the you know the you know the ad, whatever, like to the video. Please copy and paste the thing to the video. Because I never seen nobody else do a video on saying JT and Dara are the same people. Never. I have not came across nothing. I know a lot. I've done a lot of videos, and in most of my videos, I have not seen people do the same exact videos as me. Because I think some people just be playing. And I be out here really exposing shit. I like to talk about shit I didn't know. And then I like to talk about shit that I feel like I could figure out. I might not know them, but I could figure it out because it's kind of similar to what I did know. It's the same kind of routine that they do. So it was easy to figure out people I don't know by seeing the shit that I did see. Like, oh, these people are doing some weird shit. It's all like drug. These people are all selling drugs, selling ass, selling like these are all fucking pieces of shit. Up to the politics. They're worse than the regular people on the street. They're all fucking disgusting predators, right? And they're all thieves. They're all stealing. They're all trying to figure out a way to steal money. So they don't, they just don't want to work like us. They don't want to be workers, regular workers that clock duties day in and day out, piece of shit jobs to make you want to fucking shoot your brains out. You know what I'm saying? They don't want to do that. So they're all fucking, compromised. They're all pieces of shit. But so yeah, just if you could possibly tag, show me the video. I would love to. I bet you how much, even if you could tag somebody that did a video, even if it's like a little small skit, I don't care what it is. Anything. If it's just a picture saying, hey, these two people are the same, please tag me. Because I bet you ain't gonna find it. I bet you ain't gonna find it. And then even if you do, I bet you it ain't gonna be before me. I bet you it ain't gonna be past 2 years ago. I bet you it ain't gonna be before I did it. So, bitch, you talking about me. You saw that shit on my page. Nobody else got that shit. She like, oh, I saw a YouTube page. I'm trying to find it, and I bet you when I get off of here, I'm gonna find the part. But I wanted to try to find oh, got my shit dirty. Like, how did that happen? Oh well, yeah, I tried to find a clip, but I got no patience, man. I don't want to just keep looking through it. But you get my point, though, right? Like she literally said that she did this idea came from a YouTube that did the video, but she couldn't fucking put my name in it and say, hey, this specific person did it because a specific person did do it, bitch. And not only did I do the video, I was on point because look at how the video came out. The video, like if you look at the video, they are literally identical, bro. And then she was like, when she was doing the video, she was like, oh, people around, look. She was like, people that was in the video, at the video shoot, was saying, oh, calling her JT or calling JT Dear. Like they were calling them saying they couldn't tell the difference. Now you see that girl, right? JT, right? Now mind you, this is the person that's playing JT. This is the person that's in that video is this girl. It's this girl. It's this girl. This girl is another YouTuber. These motherfuckers think we're stupid, bro. These are three. This is supposed to be three different people. This girl, if you watch that girl YouTube, her and Dara are arguing. If you watch Dara's show, Dara had a shirt that said, "Oh, why are you copying me? You're not even doing it right, right?" She had like a shirt. Dara had a shirt saying, "Why are you copying me? You're not doing it right, right?" Because she's beefing with the girl because the girl came out with a show on YouTube just like Dara, and she has a boyfriend. Dara first came out when Dara first came out. She had a boyfriend named Ken. And the boy, I don't know what happened between her and Kim, but that's usually how people come out on YouTube. They be in relationships and stuff, and then they break up because people are interested in seeing that. And 9 times out of 10, the relationship is not even real. It be fake. A lot of these Caribbean kids and stuff, they get put on TV so they can make their way into doing what they're supposed to be doing on these platforms, right? So none of this stuff is by accident. A lot of these people are being placed on here. They're all a part of shit. So anyway, Dara had a boyfriend named Ken, and excuse me. Let me see if I can find a picture of this. This is why I need my computer so I can be like on my computer. But I'm gonna get it next, hopefully soon. Dara and Ken. So Dara got one by being on this show, right? They were like YouTubers. They were like YouTubers, and they turned famous somehow, be from being on YouTube or whatever. And the boy name was his name was Ken, right? I want to show you him with braids because he had braids, right? Majority of the time he had braids, right? So that's Darren and Kent. So now we got another girl. She came out after them and became famous too. It's some girl named Q something. Q and Ken. Okay, it's Key and Ken. So this is Key and Ken. Mind you, the boy name is Ken as well. Both boys are named Ken. Both boys look exactly alike. These people look exactly alike. These people, these two different people, bro. These are two different people. This Dara, this is Q and Ken, and this is Dara and Ken. Two different people, bro. So Q is the one that's playing JT. No, yeah, JT in this video. If you look, she got the same dimple, and she like, and then she kind of talk like the bitch Q. I wish I could put everything together like how I used to do in my little videos. And I'm going to start doing them little twin videos again because now I got my iPad and I can put the things together and make them sync. So y'all can see how they're playing this game with us. So, but remember I told y'all when Young Miami first came out, they had JT in jail because JT always was already on in the industry. She was playing all these multiple roles. That's why she wasn't there at first with Young Miami. She was already playing other roles, so she was in jail. And then when she came out of jail, she went on to playing this role with Young Miami. But like people say, like were they ever really friends? No, these people don't know each other, and that's why they went their separate ways because JT was never really in a group with Young. These are fake, made up things. This is just her playing another role that for whoever makes up the rules of putting these people together in the first place. They're not the ones that pick their roles. They just get told what role they're getting and they make it happen because that's their jobs. Right? So anyway, if you don't see what I'm trying to say, then I don't know what to tell you. But I'm not gonna go too far onto that because I showed you enough. That the bitch said she got it off of YouTube, but mind you, nobody off of YouTube ever said this shit but me. And she literally started to do this shit the same time I said the video. She went into action and got that girl to play JT with her. And mind you, all three of them are the same people and or they're directly related. And that's why the Q girl did the same thing Dara did because she probably was like, that's my cousin. And my cousin did her thing, and now I can do my thing because if it works, just like McDonald's. If McDonald's was really good, somebody sat around and said, "Shit, I could do some burgers and fries, and I'm gonna call it Burger King." And then somebody popped up again and said, "Shit, I could do some burgers and fries too, and call it Wendy's." All the same shit. So it's the same thing. It's like, okay, that worked. Well, put me on. That's my cousin. If they liked her, they're gonna like me. We look just alike. We're just the same. I'm gonna get a guy to look just like him. There's no way it ain't gonna work because it already worked. Ain't no way Burger King ain't gonna work because it already worked with McDonald's. You understand what I'm saying? So here they are. When I did that video, she wanted to put it in plain sight. This is the game that they're playing. So that's what I meant by like triple threat, where it's literally a threat for real. It's a threat to the people that they're entertaining. That's what makes them a threat. Like, yo, these people are a threat. You see what I'm saying? Because it's like, what? Why are they a threat? Entertainment is good. Why are we connecting it to something negative? And it's because literally entertainment is a negative thing to the people that is consuming it. Chinese people don't even watch TV. A lot of people don't even watch TV. Because and you would think, why can't you watch TV? Like, you might not want to watch TV all the time and stuff because it's like, okay, it may occupy time and you got other things to do. But to not watch it at all, because they know, even if they understand that TV is polluted and it destructs the mind, they understand that even if they have an understanding of that, if they watch it, they're going to be subjected to it. So even if you know what to look for, you're still going to be consumed by it because just watching it is a problem. So they could be like, look, I can watch TV because I know all this is whatever. Like, I know the agenda, so I can watch TV and I'm safe. No, they understand that even if they understand the agenda, just the watching it is going to infiltrate their brain. So they don't watch it at fucking all. They don't want that shit in their brain, in their system at all. They feel like it's very harmful, period. They stay away from a lot of the bad shit. They are very they know all the good stuff, the stuff that we used to do in all the old ways. They took all of them old ways and they kept it and they giving the people that used to do the old ways all the bad shit because they want to destroy it. They want us to destruct ourselves from inside out while they're attacking us outside to get rid of us faster. So they let us destroy ourselves and they attack us as well through everything, through food, through this, through that. We have the most natural good food here, but we decide to eat like junk food and stuff. But we have the most naturalist fruit, we have the most naturalist vegetables, but we decide to eat junk food things. And that's by choice, right? We shouldn't be doing that, but we do it by choice because we have a lot of options here. And they love to push the bad stuff on us. They don't make the good stuff affordable. They don't make the good stuff, so they understand like we're making those choices. We're making those bad choices for ourselves. And it's because we're watching TV. The TV is if the TV is always trying to make us do mukbangs. They eat all that food. You can't eat all that food in one sitting. You're supposed to do proportions and things of that nature. So they know that all we're doing is watching things that's going to influence us to do stupid things to ourselves. And they don't want to have no parts in that. They don't watch the TV. They don't have nothing to do with it. So once we get rid of ourselves, they can move on in as they used to do. They make room. They did the COVID, they made room, and then they moved people in. They did the COVID, they made room, and then they moved people in. That was a process. That was a process. That wasn't by accident. They made some room, and then by them making some room, they coincidentally had all these escapades to come in from Ukraine, Mexico. All these people come in. Like, this ain't a good time. A lot of people died here. Why are you bringing people in? That was on purpose. They made room and then they put people in here, and that's a process. They do it every cycle. It happens. It's the bird flu. It's the chicken flu. It's the this flu. It's the influenza. It's always something, and then it's a mass migration over here. So all these people coming in after the pandemic happens, right? So um. Yeah. So anyway, I really don't have much else to say because I'm my throat. I really can't even do much more. I have a lot in here. I really don't want to talk about Puff Daddy, but I had a good point. Somebody told me that the Puffy video. Somebody had made a good point. They was like, if you look at the Puffy video of him beating Cassie up, because remember I said Cassie is not a victim, right? So they literally made a video making Cassie the victim, right? Like, no, Cassie is the victim. Because remember I made a big speech like, Cassie is not the victim, blah, 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 right? They love to go tit for tat with me, right? But anyway, did he beat Cassie? Yeah, so somebody made a good point saying the video that Diddy was in beating Cassie up, if you pay attention, something ain't right about the video, right? Where the fuck is the video at? Like, I can't even find the video. Oh, let me see. Trying to find a video. I thought this was the video right here. My throat is sore. I'm pissed off. I'm sick, yo. Like it's starting to get worse and worse. Um, oh my god, I gotta do so many things just to get this dumbass fucking video up. Like, let's go. Show the fucking video. Hey, what the fuck? Doing all that for what? Oh my god, bro. Okay, forget the video, okay? Because the video don't keep. New surveillance footage obtained exclusively by CNN. Okay, here it is. Corroborates some of the allegations of abuse against music mogul Sean Diddy Combs. The video, captured on multiple cameras, shows Combs assaulting his then girlfriend Cassie Ventura in a hallway at a Los Angeles hotel in March 2016. A lawsuit filed by Ventura in November last year and settled the next day referenced actions that seem to match those seen in this video. There is no audio. According to the complaint, now, the fact that Cassie just sat there irritated me. Like, she just laid there dead. Like, she didn't scream, kick, nothing. But somebody made a point. They was like, if you Google Diddy in 2016, right? Diddy in 2016. They was like, when you Google Diddy in 2016, they were saying that he didn't really look like that. They was like that he kind of he was a little slimmer. He was a little slimmer then, right? Let me see if I'm trying to get like a good video. So that was him in 2016, right? And this is him more recently. He looks a little bit more chunkier, right? He looks a little bit more fatter more recently, right? So in the video, do y'all feel like he looked a little bit more skinnier from 2016, or did he look a little bit more chunkier when he got older? Let's take a look at the video again. Let's take a look at the video again. New surveillance footage obtained exclusively shows Combs assaulting his then girlfriend Cassie Ventura. Some of the allegations of abuse against music mogul Sean Diddy Combs. The video, captured on multiple cameras, shows Combs assaulting his then girlfriend Cassie Ventura in a hallway at a Los Angeles hotel in March 2016. Well, I can't really tell I don't know if he's like as skinny. Does he look as skinny as he was last year and settled the next day? Reference actions that seem to match. I can't really see his face. In March 2016. The video, captured on multiple cameras, shows Combs assaulting his then girlfriend Cassie Ventura in a hallway. The thing is, in March 2016. They saying basically he don't look like when he was in 2016. He was a little bit more skinnier. They said he looked a little bit more skinnier in 2016. So basically, what they trying to say is that this video seems like it was recently done. It doesn't look like it was from 2016, which could be the case. It could be the case where they're putting a video out there that was just recently made to put on this show. Like, oh, look, because this is like some developing situation where they want us to follow this story. It's supposed to be this big scandal while it's going on. Diddy, let me see, B, Diddy. So this is P. Diddy in 2016. This is how he was looking like in 2016. Do you feel like he look as young in this video, in these pictures, as he did in that video? That's the question. Was that Puffy in the video? Because he doesn't really look like he looked like this in the video. He looked like he looked older. In the video, he looked like a little older, but I could be bugging. I don't know. Does he still, he look skinny, or does he look like he had a little bit of mid, you know how like he looked like he got a little bit of midsection, like he got fat? That's the question. Didn't Cassie have a bald head then? Let me see. 2016 Cassie, right? Because in my opinion, I think that they did this video recently. And they all play her, Cassie, all of them are playing a fucking weird ass game with us. Cassie picture from 2016. Okay, I don't think she shaved her head yet. No, her head ain't shaved in 2016. She's wearing a lot of wigs. Okay, I'm not going to stay on that long. That's just something to look into to see, like, hey, does it look like that's Diddy from 2016, or does that look like Diddy from now, where he got them love handles and he's a little fat? In 2016, he was like really moving around. He was slimmer. He was slimmer. Um, it could be. It may be from 2016. May not be. But I would feel like, when you feel like that would be really dumb to have a video from 2016 surface today. When you think that's weird as fuck. Like, how did the video get surfaced from 2016 to today? Like, how did that happen? Like, why was it being held for so long, right? Was it waiting for this moment? What were we waiting for this moment? But in my opinion, I think that this video was done recently because he looked at mad sloppy. Um, I don't feel like he looked at as young as he did in 2016 in that video. But at the same time, you could see how much of a weirdo he is that he's running around in a towel, which shows you that he really sits around naked all day, like everybody say. It's a lot of people that say the nigga is just naked all day everywhere he's at. Like, men be coming into his office, or men will come somewhere and he'll be butt ass naked, and that just kind of proves that the man is just always naked. Because you know you was naked if you had to throw a towel on to run behind somebody to fuck them up. That means you was dead naked and you just had to grab a towel. That girl fully clothed. You over there with a towel on. That's there to show you that when people say that nigga is just naked all over the place, that's true. Because look, you ran around, you had to run out the room because you was naked. You had to run out the room with a towel because you was naked. So you run around with your dick swinging all over the place everywhere. And that's just creepy in all in itself, right? That's just weird, period. That you just walking around with your dick swinging every and anywhere where people could just walk in and see your dick. Like, so, but this is the type of weird shit that's going on with these people. Um, but anyway, just to tie the title in, these people were born into this. This is not something that they end up becoming. This is them going through a lot of trial and error. Them being a part of stuff since they were kids, babies. They were pushed into this. Their family with their mothers. Everybody's involved. Sometimes, in my opinion, their families push their kids into it. Like this, like literally, like Scientology, and things like that. Like Mimi from Love and Hip Hop, she said like her mother was in Scientology, and that made her in Scientology. So basically, their children don't belong to them. It belongs to Scientology, because they belong to Scientology, just like slavery. If just because you're a slave, when a baby is born, should that baby be a slave? But yeah, because you are a slave, now that baby takes upon your title. You're a slave, and that baby's a slave because you're a slave. So basically, that's still the same system that they're running. You're a Scientologist, so your baby's a Scientologist. They're not. You don't belong to you, and that baby don't belong to you. You're a slave, and that baby don't. You're that baby a slave. You see what I'm saying? So if I want this baby to go somewhere else and work, that's what that baby gonna do because that's not your baby. That's my baby. You know what I'm saying? That baby belongs to the system that we're working here. And in return, you don't have to work a 9 to 5 because you'll be out selling your ass, selling drugs. You'll be a part of the community of who controls the other side of life. Instead of working, it's work. It's all work or play, right? So they make a great living playing. They make a great living playing, and if you want to be a part of playing, yeah, you might have to sell your ass and sell drugs and stuff. But so what? It's a big party. It's a big party going on. So some people don't want to sell their ass and sell drugs, and they rather work. You know, a lot of people, they do a lot of shit and they be like, shit, McDonald's is hiring. They be like, oh, well, I'm a stripper or this and that. And they be like, well, McDonald's is hiring. Why are you a stripper? Why are you a prostitute? McDonald's is hiring. But it's like, damn, I got to work for McDonald's in order to not, to make my own schedule or be an entrepreneur. I got to be a McDonald's. Why suggest McDonald's? Because 9 times out of 10, that's what the fuck you're going to be doing if you're not a part of their code. You're not going to be an entrepreneur and this and that without they're okay. How could you ever be successful? You could be a locally successful, like in that movie, what was it with Tupac and Omar Epps, in the movie Juice, where he was like, he was like, I've done a lot of sets. He was like a DJ, and she was like, oh, you local, like, because if you want to be something bigger than that, you got to go through the people to give you that platform. How could you get that? You can never be more than local without the people being able to point you to the other places because you're not from there. So they're able to say, hey, you might not be from there, but I have a system going where we go to state and this and that, and they all know me. You want that? You got to come and sign here. If you don't want to sign here, that's fine, but it's going to be very hard for you to get to those platforms without our system. You see what I'm saying? So that's the way it works. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, anyway, I'm not gonna stay here much longer. I'm dying. I'm dying up here. But I did want to pop out and speak with you guys and hang out with you guys for a while because I hadn't seen y'all and I missed you. So I'm so happy whoever was here. I'm sorry I ignored the chat, but I do not feel well. So I did not come to the chat because I tried to just get this done. And I'm very sick and I did not plan on being here as long as I even did. But thank you guys for being whoever's in the chat and was able to pop out with me. Thank you for putting the notifications on because I am very random. So thank you for putting those notifications on and seeing that I was up here and joining in with the chat. I hope you guys interact with each other. That's what the chat is here for. And that's why I put the chat up and I make it on my YouTube so y'all can see that, the chat is just as important as what I'm up here doing as well. I'm glad that y'all incorporate with me and with each other as well. And a lot of stuff that I see in the chat, it be stuff that I miss. So that's why I'm glad the chat is up here so you can kind of read the chat and see that they pick up on things that I missed, like certain words that I ain't say right or certain things that I might have left out and be like, oh yeah, the chat is here to pick up things that I don't. So, make sure if you are watching the video, check the chat out. They are a part of the show. And thank you so much for being here with me. I'm not going to read off this stuff, but I will read the chat when I get off. I always tape it and read it when I'm like not doing nothing. I end up reading every single comment. So yeah, thank you guys for being here. Like, share, and subscribe. I'm gonna come up as soon as I can again. Probably 2 or 3 weeks. I know I took a while this time because I was really busy, but I'm gonna try not to stay away for that long. Maybe 2 weeks, 3 weeks. I'll pop back up. If anything, I'll try to come as soon as I can. But I know it ain't gonna be within 2 weeks because I do need a little bit of time to do other things, and this is a little bit of time consuming with the laptop not really working well. So I try my best. But thanks for being here and bye. Have a good night.